we're back with another episode.
Need to feel in your soul. Can you feel the heat down in your soul? You're on 1 and 3, not 2 and 4.
Oh my God, did I not? Whoa, sorry. Did I not tell you about what happened when I went to the jazz bar?
Loud. No.
Okay, so I went to go get drinks. There's this place in town called Jazz Texas. Have you ever heard of it? Okay, it's a jazz bar. You buy tickets and like live jazz band. You can get drinks, food, whatever. So it's probably like everything else in San Antonio. It's like only 15% black, and that's being generous. Like that's counting me as full black up in that bitch. And so we're sitting there listening, and it's like this cool ass jazz music that's playing, and like everyone's like clapping along, and I can see these black people are sitting like across the stage from me.
Yeah.
And we're clapping on the 2s and the 4s like a normal person would.
Yeah.
And this huge group of white people is loudly clapping on the 1s and the 3s. But I'm like, first of all, you can obviously tell that the brown people are conducting this shit.
Yeah, definitely. That's funny.
And you keep going, and I was like, you're throwing me off. It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
And they're just laughing and having the best time. And I was like, y'all are fucking up the vibe.
Yeah, I hate people who clap on 1 and 4. Just don't. I mean, 1 and 4. 1 and 3.
1 and 4 is rough.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. They're just slowest. That's a whole different kind of.
Yeah. This is why you need to force your kids to be in the band so you can learn rhythm and learn how to count.
It was awful. I was like, what are you doing?
It's the worst, especially when you're in church and you just get that one just loud and yes. Yeah.
Tries to make up their own beat. I'm like, can you just go?
For real.
Do not march to the beat of your own drum.
No, don't. Definitely march to the beat that's already being set for you. All right, are you ready?
I was born ready.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. We are back at it again.
Back again.
Back at it again.
Ooh, that was good.
I just felt like
Ooh,
singing
bop, boop, boop, bop. Oh, speaking of,
Ooh.
I finally watched the Louis Armstrong documentary.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to watch that this weekend. But
So
I fell
good.
asleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I, first of all, could never play the trumpet. First of all, I'm not a brass player anyway. My embouchure's off.
I love a brass band. I've never tried to play it. I'd probably be great at it. I just
You're very humble about it. Yeah.
just never
Very
put the
much
brass to my lips.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, how was your week this past week?
My week was fine, but I feel like there's just this chaotic energy at work in the zeitgeist right now. I'm talking layoffs. I'm talking celebrity deaths. I'm talking Drake forgetting he's a fucking black man. I'm talking...
He's anti-black. That's part of the problem. But
just a lot of wild stuff. And a lot of people's energies have been off, like in a chaotic way. Like people are just acting out of pocket.
yeah.
And I'm not letting it affect me or my space. My vibe is secured, but it's definitely being noticed.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Well, that's good.
My week was good. I've really been wanting Chili's. If anyone would like
Chili's
to.
baby back ribs? Chili's?
I haven't heard that in so long. Do they even still have baby back ribs?
I think so. I mean, I haven't been to Chili's
Barbecue
in years.
sauce.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about baby back ribs.
I want my baby. No, I haven't been in years.
Wow. Do you like Chili's?
I would prefer Applebee's over Chili's. Unless you want to give us a sponsorship.
We're done.
Yeah.
Bye, good night. That's fucking disgusting.
Why? What's wrong with
Applebee's over Chili's?
I mean, they're the same thing.
They're not, though.
What's the difference? The green beans? The fried green beans?
Because who fries a green bean?
They're really good. You never had those before?
No, because why would I eat a fried green bean?
They're amazing.
Of all the vegetables to fry, green beans at the bottom of my list.
Are you serious?
Top, potato. Second,
Why would you fry? Oh,
mushroom.
Fries. I was like, why would you
Why the fuck would you fry a potato? I don't know.
fries?
You really like Applebee's.
I think just because when I was in college, Applebee's was readily available versus Chili's. I don't even know if Tallahassee even has a Chili's. So
Chili's is
always
like
ended
top tier.
I mean, to me, Applebee's and Chili's is the exact same. One just has the fried, the deep fried green beans, and the other one doesn't. That's it.
Something I should tell you about me. I love a chain restaurant.
Yeah, no, you're the queen of restaurants.
Yeah, but like...
So why do you prefer Chili's over Applebee's? What specifically about it?
Because Applebee's sounds like just dishwater. It's very much giving poor quality.
What about it? Give me some specifics.
First of all, it's called Applebee's. Like just the word Applebee's No, it's not doing it for me.
Chili's does.
Chili's is a staple. I
don't get it.
They still text me. I get a Chili's text once a week.
Well, they should be giving you more free food for doing all this free advertising.
They truly do. And they have a triple dipper. Does Applebee's have dessert?
Yeah.
Like what?
They have like cheesecake and like a chocolate chip brownie thing or whatever.
If it ain't molten lava, bitch, I don't want it.
They might have one. I don't know. I don't eat dessert like that when I go out to restaurants.
That's the best part.
That and whiskey cake. Whiskey cake. What's the thing called? Cheesecake Factory. Those are the only two places that I'll do dessert at.
Cheesecake sounds good from Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah.
I really think I've only been to Applebee's once, and I also think I confuse it with TGI Fridays all the time.
That's what I'm saying. TGI Fridays, Applebee's, and Chili's are all the same.
Chili's is better than TGI Fridays or Applebee's.
I don't go enough to know the difference. I just don't.
And that says a lot about you.
Yeah, I save money and I don't eat out. Don't.
Yeah. We all have our faults.
This is gourmet fat right here. This ain't come from eating out. This came from cooking myself.
My like biggest pleasure in life is just getting dressed up and going to dinner and drinks. I love it.
See, my biggest pleasure in life is to order out maybe or cook the food and then just bring it to my house with no bra on and just in the comforts of my home.
Yeah, I mean, different strokes for different folks.
Very true.
That's what we're about on this podcast. How was your week?
My week was kind of the same. It was filled with a lot of extra things, like not in my personal life, but just all around and at work. Things were really weird.
Chaotic energy.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if it's because we're close to the holidays and people are just ready to be off. Like, you know how you just need time away from your job and away from reality, and you just need to be around the people that really genuinely love you. And I think that's really what it's been. So I've just been trying to be in a cocoon really to myself.
Can we talk about the fact that they started setting up Christmas stuff 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I don't.
And that's making me feel a type of way because it feels like we're just
rushing,
like bum rushing the last part of the year.
This is one of the reasons why I bought like a 7-foot inflatable turkey, because to sit outside my house for the month of November.
Nice turkey trot.
I bought that maybe like 3-4 years ago because I just feel like people just don't take the time, and it's not even necessarily the time to be thankful. I just think people don't slow down enough to celebrate Thanksgiving. Like, it's a fucking holiday, you pieces of shit. Be thankful. I hate people who put up Christmas lights in November. Yep. I hate you people.
I will be putting up Christmas lights in November, but it's only because I feel like it goes so fast that if I don't put it up in November, it's like a waste.
No, but if you put it up just like right after Thanksgiving, right? Then you get to keep it until February, guilt-free.
I'm not keeping it till February.
That's what I do. When I do decorate.
I'll probably do Christmas decorations like in the next 2 weeks.
Nah, I've already boxed up and duct tape. Once I put duct tape on it,
2 weeks Thanksgiving already?
No, can't be. No, hold on.
Well, today's the 6th.
Yeah, but it's 3 weeks.
Oh, 3. Okay. Yeah. The next 2 weeks I'll do it. I just feel like the day, like Halloween day, they were already clearing the shelves of Halloween stuff.
Yeah, they don't even do like the 90% off candy anymore. And I really hate that because I get the most like, well, I mean, I don't eat that stuff. Allegedly. But
for the protection of the podcast.
Exactly. 90%, sales. They don't even do it. They just take it completely off and put it back in the, I guess the, shelter for next year.
There was like a candy corn shortage this year.
Thank God.
Take it from.
Fucking hate that piece of shit candy. A little wax. Yellow, white, and
She's
orange
hateful.
wax. Yeah. Toward candy corn, yeah.
Hateful. There was not even a lot of candy corn this year. I feel like we just like, did you have a lot of trick-or-treaters? Because I did not.
I did.
Really?
I ran out of candy. Thank God.
So not only did I buy a bunch of candy, but have you heard of the Teal Pumpkin Project?
No.
So Teal Pumpkin Project is
I have one downstairs.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Perfect. You're part of the Teal Pumpkin Project.
Oh, okay.
It's just like awareness for and being more inclusive to kids trick-or-treating. Mm-hmm. And you put a teal pumpkin out and you basically say like, I have non-food options for the kids who are allergic to things or like who can't have candy and all those things. So like, I'm talking, I had mini Play-Dohs, I had stickers, I had candy out the ass. I was like, I'm
such an
ready.
Occupational therapist. You're such an OT. It's ridiculous.
I was like, how sad must it be to like go out on Halloween?
Yeah,
and
that's true.
like, maybe your parents do let you trick or treat, but then you go home and can't eat any of your candy.
Yeah, even the kids who have like a lot of allergies and stuff, like like chocolate allergies, and chocolate is really big during Thanksgiving.
Can you imagine being allergic to like red dye?
Oh, you can't eat anything.
You can't eat shit.
No.
So I was like, oh, this is so cute. I had probably like 15 trick-or-treaters, which is weird because the year before I ran out of candy.
No, we had a crap ton. They started early this year too at my house. They started at like 5:20, and I was like, oh crap, god dang. And it went until like 10 o'clock p.m.
Damn.
And then so I didn't actually pass out candy. I just had my little buckets out there with a little table, and I had a sign that said help yourself. Pretty much. I was like, because I'm not coming out there passing that shit out. You can take whatever you want to. Aww. So then as time would go on, during my security camera, I would hear little kids say, Mom, they're out of candy. And I was like, oh, let me go and refill it. And then I would catch them before they walked off. But it was a crap ton of dinosaurs this year.
Really?
Every kid in this neighborhood wanted to be either a dinosaur. I saw Ghostbusters, of course. Spider-Man was a hit. Saw a couple Batmans, Black Panthers. I saw a couple of those. Ooh. But it was a crap ton of like inflatable dinosaurs. And this one little kid came to my door, and so he had this little suit on, and so he was just like, I can't really see out of this thing. Oh. So he has his little hands, his little paws or whatever. And so I'm like, can you reach the candy, or do I need to get it for you? He was like, I'm going to try. So he tries to get it. He's like, I can't reach it. Can you help me? I was like, sure. Here, you can have extra pieces. It was so funny. Aww. So funny. But yeah, we had a crap ton. My neighborhood has a crap ton of kids in it.
Damn.
But you don't see them like, unless it's Christmas time.
Kids just don't roam the streets like they used to.
No, they don't. Thankfully, because they'll be kidnapped. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all I got.
Well, yeah, I don't like when people put up Christmas decorations. I really hate it. I really
but I feel like as soon as the weather, like as soon as it gets cool outside, I'm allowed to put Christmas decorations up.
Mm-mm.
No,
you gotta wait to.
What about the week of because like it's nice when the house is lit for Thanksgiving. I think it's nice when there's lights for Thanksgiving.
What you're supposed to do traditionally, and this is just my tradition, nobody else's. I think what you're supposed to do is like, if you're hosting Thanksgiving, your job then is the family that's over at your house, it's their job to help you decorate the Christmas tree and put all the Christmas stuff up so that you can be thankful with your family and put up the ornaments and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so they're supposed to help you. Your Thanksgiving family is supposed to help you put up your Christmas crap.
No, because y'all are going to mess up my tree.
What do you mean? Are you one of those people that are very particular about what goes on your tree and how it goes on there?
Yes.
Psychopath.
I got a vision. And your grimy fingers aren't going to mess it up.
Wow.
But I see what you're saying. It's nice to be thankful.
I would hope so.
So like Thanksgiving kicks off the holiday.
Yes.
Holidays.
Absolutely. Okay. I mean, do you really consider New Year's a real holiday? I don't. It's not a holiday.
Speaking of this, and I may hurt someone's feelings. I apologize in advance.
Okay. We're about to get juicy already.
Can we stop doing New Year's Eve weddings? Here's why. Stop taking my holiday.
Who's doing that?
The people. I know it's a very cool thing, and you guys are having a good time, and we can all celebrate together. I'm not a fan.
No. If you do your wedding on any holiday, I'm not coming.
Because now I'm stuck with... I haven't liked being out on New Year's, and now I'm going to feel obligated to go to your wedding if you're invited, because I obviously like you.
Do you go to watch night service on New Year's?
You just love the church.
Not really. I love Jesus.
I do love Jesus.
I don't love the church. I love Jesus.
Would you go to a wedding on New Year's Eve? Hell
no. Listen, if I'm one of those type of people, because I grew up in the black church, and I'm just using the air quotes because it's the black church. It's a culture. It's not really a thing. Anyway, I'm so used to being in church for New Year's Eve.
Really?
And bringing the new year in at church. So I don't do anything. I've never been to a party on New Year's. I don't want to do that. If it ain't the house of God, I ain't going.
Wait, you don't want to? We shouldn't have a New Year's party?
No. Okay. Unless your New Year's party ends at like 9 or 10, sure.
Okay, well, the New Year is at midnight, so I probably won't enter.
I'm just saying that when the clock strikes 12, Monica's going to be in the house.
I'm just like, New Year's Eve, I feel like I reserve the right to either go as hard as I want or as small as I want. And if I have to go to a wedding, that's taking away one of my holidays.
No, no, don't do that. Don't ask people to give up their holidays. That's not the business.
Holiday weddings.
Because who says I want to spend my New Year coming in with you and these stranger people? What if you're the only person I know as the bride and groom?
That's true. My worry has always been like, what if I get married on a holiday and we get divorced? Now for the rest of my life, I have to remember how that was my old anniversary. Every time we celebrate the holiday, I'm like, remember 10 years ago when this day would be so special?
And now it's not.
And now I...
No. I think
it's sticky. Be careful.
I think the only thing that would be cute is to get married on like Valentine's Day as a day of love, but that's about it. Cute. Don't get married on Christmas. I'm telling you, don't get married on no holiday because Monica won't show up.
You heard it here first.
Listen, I barely show up on regular Saturdays to weddings, but anyway.
Unless it's at the...
I just don't like to dress. If I could wear like a sweatsuit or some leggings to a wedding, I'm cool with that. I hate
pajama
dressing
jeans.
up. Exactly.
It is it's nice to dress up to feel good sometimes. No,
because you listen, with all this cargo I got to put on body shapers and girdles and slips and stockings. I'm kidding. I don't wear girdles or slips or stockings, but I do wear body shaper.
Hasn't done a lot of great things, but Skims shapewear.
Listen, Spanx is I'm loyal to Spanx. Okay, Spanx been out way before
I'm just
Kim
saying,
did.
I have a couple pieces of Skims shapewear, and I've sold my soul.
Listen, them Spanx will suck your ass right on up in there. Look like you
oh my God,
Dr. Miami.
You want to hear a funny story?
Of course.
Today, this lady was telling me how she had a Pure Wick in, but they put her on a bedpan. And
wait,
when they forgot she had the Pure Wick in, they rolled her, put it on a bedpan, and when they put her on the bedpan because of the pressure on the Pure Wick, it just like got sucked up inside of her.
That's so fucking gross. That's so gross.
And she was like, it just went, and I was like, oh.
That's so gross. And for anybody who works in the medical field, you know exactly what the frick of Pure Wick is.
For those of you who don't know, God. There's this like torpedo.
I'll put a picture right here.
Tampon shaped sponge that they put in between your lips. So that and they connect it to suction. So when you pee, if you're in a bed, it just like absorbs it. It's like a reverse super soaker. And
I hate those.
Oh man,
I hate those. Are the
remember
worst
when they
thing.
first came out and we were like, "This is disgusting."
I remember the first time I saw a Pure Wick. It was so funny because Quinta actually texted me today, and she's like, "Why the hell am I seeing Pure Wick commercials?" Like, for people who are able-bodied, is that an offensive term to say now?
It's ableist.
It's ableist of me to say able-bodied. Those without disability.
There you go.
People who are without disability, do not use Pure Wicks, okay? Because it's
get
horrible.
Your ass up and
get
go to
your
the
behind
bathroom.
up and go to the bathroom. The very first time I had a neuro patient. I remember it was a neuro ICU, and I was trying to do this evaluation on this patient, and she just had like a I think she had
neuro
an aneurysm.
ICU loved the Pure Wicks before anyone else had them.
She had an aneurysm that blew, and so she was clamped off. Anyway, so I'm working with her and everything. I sit her to the side of the bed. She's not really following instructions. So I'm like, let me just get her back in the bed. So I get her back in the bed, and I'm trying to like adjust her Chuck's pads because I'm in there by myself, which is fine. So I roll her over, and not on the side of the EGD, but anyway, I roll her, and I'm like, what in the world is this blue thing that's like in between her legs? So of course my mind immediately goes, what the fuck is this lady doing in ICU?
This lady's getting freaky in the hospital.
Seriously. And so I just pull it out, and I'm like, why the fuck is this connected to suction? Because there was no pee in it or anything. Mm-hmm. So I just tuck it behind her pillow because I didn't know what it was. And then the nurse comes back in. She's like, oh, did you put her Pure Wick back on? And I was like, what the fuck is that? And she's like, oh, it's to catch her pee. And I'm like, this thing? And so of course I just fling it out. And she's like, oh my God, Monica, that has pee on it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that was. But yeah, it was
the best
weird.
part is when you like bring it back to, like, you have it in your hand, you're ready to give it back to them, and they're like, where does that go?
Yeah, it looks really weird.
It looks like it goes inside of you.
It just looks like a dildo. It really does.
It really does.
It looks like a blue and white dildo. But anyway, neither here nor there.
That's how I spend my day.
I cannot. One of the biggest things that we have to talk about on this episode today, because as this episode is airing today is Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
Today is technically, we can consider it Super Tuesday, even though it's not Super Tuesday. But y'all, we have to get out and vote.
Rock the vote.
And when I say we, I don't mean me because I've already voted. But everybody else who has not voted, please, y'all, it is so incredibly important to vote. I know you hear people say all the time, oh, this election is the biggest election, blah, blah, blah. Every election is important, y'all. It really, really is. Like, we've had so many different things that have been overturned this year, especially when it comes to women's rights, and being able to dictate what we want to do. You guys have to realize, when governors are chosen, these are the people who will now, if the federal government says it's pushed back down to a state level, these are the people that are in charge and making decisions for your life. Your senators, your congressmen and women, your judges, your railroad sheriffs, and all that good stuff. Like, those are people.
Railroad sheriffs?
Yeah.
The fuck is a railroad sheriff?
They're the sheriff of the railroads.
Like the fucking Wild West over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, this is Texas, you know.
That's true.
But y'all got to get out and vote. I need everybody to vote today. Who was able to vote. The polls do not close until 7:00, and as long as you're in the line before 7:00, they cannot legally turn you away as long as you're in the line before 7 p.m. Get out and vote, please. Y'all can Google everything else. Y'all can stand in line for everything else. You really can do what you want to do. But at the same time, and you get to complain, because we like to say, oh, if you don't vote, you can't complain. Yes, you can. You can complain and do whatever you want to do. But just know, if the shit don't go right, it's your fault.
And listen, I know there's some of you out there who didn't vote early, and you're being shamed by your other more proactive friends who did go out and vote early.
You just told everybody
there's
you didn't vote yet.
nothing to be ashamed of. If you do it, when you do it, as long as you do it.
That's very true.
Some people just gotta wait. You know, there's something about it's like Christmas morning. You don't want to open the gifts too early. You gotta go and get the full experience.
You just told on yourself, and I didn't say anything.
Because I'm tired of being shamed for not voting early. If I vote,
right.
I'm gonna vote. I'm just not gonna do it 12 days early. I just do it the day of. So what? No one else has to wait in line for me. I have to wait in line. Everyone just gets up and you haven't voted yet. You haven't voted yet. I'm gonna fucking vote.
Well, then we have to hear you bitch and moan. God damn it! I should have did it early because now I gotta wait in this long ass line.
I love waiting in a voter line. You meet new people. It's a
friendly.
whole experience. You
White
just never
safety.
know. You never know what's gonna happen.
White safety.
I
man.
love the polls.
You should work there then.
Can you?
Imagine you being a poll worker. Oh my god!
I love working. The
You'd be
poll.
like, "Who are you voting for?" No.
Period. Get to the back of the line.
My spirit's not saying you can vote for them. No. Next.
I talked to my higher power, and they're saying next.
You would definitely be prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
They'd be like, "Bitch, we just gave you the right to vote.
We're just gonna throw away this ballot and call it a day." Well, I tell you what, we need to call it a day: murders of young men in this country.
Y'all, when I tell you, there's
Jesus.
something about a young person, like a young celebrity who's in the spotlight currently, who you just like are so used to being around, that when they pass away, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here?
I know.
You would think that celebrities, are untouchable to a degree because that's what we envision as the consumer. You're untouchable. Like nobody should be able to get to you. Where's security and all this other kind of stuff. And last week, actually, the next day after we recorded, a rapper from the group The Migos, Takeoff.
It's just Migos. You sound old when you say the Migos.
The Migos, that's like the Walmarts.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like
sorry.
Ross Dress for Less.
Sorry.
It's just me.
Who says Ross Dress for Less? Old people.
Old people.
Okay.
Just Migos.
But yeah, so the group Migos, they lost, unfortunately, one of their members in the form of Takeoff. There was an incident that occurred at a party, and all these things are alleged. There have been no confirmed information just yet, but he was shot and killed. The one thing that I did, first of all, it's very sad, and thoughts and our prayers go out to his family and his friends and those who loved and cared for him. One of the most disgusting things about that whole scenario and situation was the fact that the video of him bleeding out was overwhelmingly shared.
Why did
Seriously.
did I absent-mindedly have to scroll past that on my social media?
Because I didn't even know what it was at first, and then I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck
and
is
that
going
video
on?
was, what is the word?
Graphic.
Thank
it was
you.
very graphic, extremely graphic.
There's some, like, I can understand taking the video, like thinking like maybe someone needs to see this, or cops need to see it, or we need to have this. You do not need to post that on social media.
No, you don't.
No one needed to see that. Can you imagine being this person's family or friend or whatever and scrolling past that shit? And it was awful.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we talk about all the time, even too, with like cases like George Floyd and, where people are recording, which that young lady who recorded that, she needed to record that because that was very crucial to the conviction of the police officer because, of course, they, allegedly turned their cameras off. Anyway, but that's one thing to record the actual act of the murder or of the assault and things of that nature. But it's a different thing to just record somebody bleeding out and actively dying. Like that was just disgusting.
And that's what it is. Because when you post that shit, it's not to be informative.
No,
it's for fucking clout.
It's not. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I just can't believe that. And I mean, the trauma that, we here in America and I mean, just globally just have to deal with seeing death like that on a regular basis and being able to just rewind and replay and not having the sensitivity to understand that somebody's child, that's somebody's uncle, that's somebody's nephew, that's somebody's son, possibly somebody's husband or whatever, they have to relive that. I mean, and you could just be blindly scrolling and then you see that and have to relive that all over again. God. So I just think it's disgusting, but I just think it's sad that he died. He was only 28 years old.
I know. And then yesterday, Aaron Carter died.
I know. That's Shaq and a fool. What is it? No.
That's how I beat Shaq.
That's how I beat Shaq. That's
Boom.
right.
I put him in a hoop like God. But he was.
Who got left out the bad bougie?
He's been going through it for a couple years now. If you have never done a deep dive into Aaron and Nick Carter.
Who's his brother? Okay, Nick
Carter from the Backstreet Boys. Whoa.
Aaron Carter was famous first, correct?
No. Nick was famous first because he was the Backstreet Boys. Then Aaron. Do you remember when Nick was dating Paris Hilton and supposedly they broke up because she started sleeping with, or Nick was dating Paris, and supposedly she was sleeping with Aaron, and that's why they broke up.
No.
It's not important.
So Aaron's younger than Nick.
Yes, Aaron's
he was
34. Nick is old.
Aaron was he on like Nickelodeon and all that kind of stuff, or he was just a singer?
No, he was just a singer, but he was on an episode of Lizzie McGuire, the Christmas episode, where he sings "I Want Candy," and she gets to meet him, and he's like, "Merry Christmas, Lizzie McGuire."
The cartoon, they made him into a cartoon.
No, Lizzie McGuire was real life, but then her conscience.
Yeah, was a cartoon. No, that's what I'm asking.
No, he was real. He was IRL.
That's what I was trying to figure out. If they made him into a cartoon during the time she was speaking to herself, or
But celebrity deaths happen in threes.
Who else? I mean,
I don't know.
There was another person that passed away week before last, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Ow, I can't remember.
There's just a lot of wacky stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
All that to say, just be a nice, kind person to everyone. You never know when it's the last time you'll see someone. Love on everybody.
I think that's not realistic, though. Let's deep dive into that. I really don't think that's realistic. Like, I get what you're saying, and I do agree. But I think also, too, sometimes we can't just let certain things pass under the guise of, well, life is short. Yeah, life is short, so you treat me with respect.
Well, yeah, don't let someone fuck you over. But, like, you know, I always have those moments where I'm like, oh, man, that was so great that they did that. I really appreciated that. And then it's like floated out of my head instead of me being like, hey, I really appreciated that you did that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so the dive wasn't that deep. All right. Yeah.
Wow. What a shallow dive that was.
What were you telling me about Drake?
Okay. Listen. I am not going to sit up here and pretend that I have not been
obsessed.
A big fangirly of Aubrey Drake Graham for the last, what?
At least
15 years.
Has he been out that long?
Well, the first time I saw him in concert was 2008. What is 22 minus 8?
You can't
12?
answer that.
Was it 12? Please don't. I don't want to answer that. If it wasn't, don't tell me. This man's, I don't know what is going on. He just dropped an album with 21 Savage, which I could name 2 21 Savage songs. So
I know who 21 Savage is.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay.
Yep.
He has come for Megan Thee Stallion, which you don't do, as we all know.
No.
He came for Serena Williams, as you know.
And her husband.
He really came for her husband. He's just taking shots at everybody. He did this very strange Howard Stern interview that I thought was a joke. I thought it was a parody of an interview where they're just him and 21 Savage talking about his addiction to porn, basically, and the kind of porn he watches. He's just very like in his I was an ugly duckling, now I'm a bad back then hoes didn't want me, now I'm hot hoes out. Like that's the energy this is giving.
Yeah. Mike Jones.
But yeah, I'm just like, what is going on? I'm like, also, you're talking all this shit. You were in love with Serena Williams when you dated her. She fucking left you because you're not shit. You're talking all this shit about these girls and I like all top tier porn and da 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 da. You fucking knocked up this porn star. Had a baby with her you never fucking talk about. You're calling Alexis Ohanian a groupie. Remember that time everyone allegedly knew you were fucking Odell Beckham Jr. for a whole summer. You were on his dick, wouldn't leave him alone. You were always together.
Not even that. He was trying to get into the. Remember, he was denying from the Heat locker room. Like you're calling somebody else's husband a groupie. They used to call you
the NBA wife.
Seriously,
you were in every game on the sidelines. Sir.
Over there trying to coach and shit. Just go sit your ass down. Ugh. This is what.
And that's the Meg Thee Stallion of it all for me. Like, stop bringing her into the shit. The girl got shot. Stop talking about her getting shot.
Seriously.
It's fucking traumatic. Leave her alone. I don't know what this Drake shit is. I haven't listened to the album. I don't know if I will. I probably will. I can't not. But he is going through. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I just feel like some men are very emotional. They try to act like men are not emotional. But to me, some men are more emotional than women. And this is a prime indication of bitch behavior. And you just a bitch ass. I won't finish the rest because it's a slur. But anyway. It's just real bitch behavior. Like, there's no reason for you to bring up Megan Thee Stallion's name and her trauma, and the fact that I was glad that she said something about it and that she tweeted about it and was like, "Listen, you being a rapper, got a ghostwriter allegedly. Like, you could come up with something else that's more savvy, that's more like shock value, to add shock value to your song, other than making a mockery out of black women. And it really is anti-black. This is the type of shit I wish we would cancel, like for real, like." instead of all this other extra bullshit that's really not important. Like, you coming after black women specifically is disgusting, and you're anti-black, and fuck you, Drake. I don't care.
What I love is everyone clapping the fuck back at him. Megan Serena's ass saying, stop it. I have nothing to do with this. Mm-hmm. Stop doing the shit. Serena's husband, I love that man. I love that couple.
But the fact that, how are you saying that her husband is a groupie when you're the biggest fucking groupie
out there?
I shared this TikTok video with Alyssa today. That shit was hilarious. This man been jumping on the dicks of every popular athlete.
He is the original wag.
Around. Yeah, seriously. He's just always like, he's a dude who just got the fresh pair of shoes because his dad's rich. Mm-hmm. But he ain't got no style whatsoever. He just be around all the people. You just be like, man, get your little annoying ass off. That's literally what Drake is. It's so fucking annoying. It's very much
giving loser in high school that found cool friends in college. And you're like, but I knew in high school you were a fucking loser. So
yeah. And that your friends have group chats on you. Shut up.
I don't know. Not feeling it. Don't appreciate it.
It's disgusting.
And like, yeah, I hope my husband's my fucking groupie because he's obsessed with me.
He's supposed, but the thing
you wouldn't know that because never mind.
This man is over here minding his business. Him and his wife and his daughter, like, they are minding their business,
building just $1 million companies.
I just love the fact that Serena gave him no type of time of day. Thank you, Serena, for just, oh God, I cannot stand these anti-black, supposedly black men, like. And never mind, I won't even say that because that might, anyway.
Well, he doesn't like his dad. He's got a white mom, so.
I was going to say that, but then
some
I was
things
like,
therapy can talk about.
Right. But you could tell he was not raised by a black mother. Anyway.
So anyway, the internet is just like,
yeah.
I've never seen them turn on Drake like this, and it's honestly.
Dr. Miami even got involved too.
Because here's the thing. Every celebrity person has like, just a bunch of shit, right, that they've done in their life or that people talk about or blind items or rumors or whatever. And the second you do some crazy shit, it's all going to come back up. So really Dr. Miami posted this video basically because the big rumor was that Drake got...
liposuction.
Drake got his abs done, plastic surgery, which is like the funniest fucking thing to me. Like,
I think it is too.
That is hilarious. But do you remember the summer when he came out jacked with a fucking like 12-pack and everything?
Yeah, he probably did have surgery, allegedly.
I don't know, but Dr. Miami posted this video and it was like when Drake tells you he wants more liposuction, but you're a hottie, meaning referring to like Meg Thee Stallion on her team.
And he put underneath the caption, he said, he was like, you come for Megan, you come for me. I was like, that's right, Dr. Miami.
It's like her and Lizzo. They're like America's sweethearts right now.
Seriously, and people just come, like, they be minding their own business. And people just like, Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo. Megan Thee Stallion, Lizzo. Leave them alone, sweet lamb of the Most High God. It's so annoying. It's so incredibly annoying. But
all of the promo for all of this shit is just weird, dude. Have you been watching any of it?
No. Promo for what, Drake's new album?
Yeah, it literally seems like one big parody, like it's a joke, but it's not.
Yeah, no. Maybe they're just trying. I don't know. Like this clickbait generation.
It's some sunken
really
place shit.
Yeah, and it's like
it honestly feels like we're living in an alternate reality.
Oh, absolutely,
right now.
Absolutely, we are. Without a shadow of a doubt. I'll tell you what else is another alternate reality. Elon Musk. And the shit he's been doing over at Twitter.
He finally got the keys to his kingdom, and he is just
he's kicking everybody out. Like, if y'all haven't heard, Elon Musk allegedly has been laying off a crap ton of people at Twitter, y'all.
There are a lot of people there were layoffs out the wazoo
it
was like
over 2,500 layoffs or something like that, allegedly. And he went in and he allegedly laid off like some of the top people, like 3 of the top people, CEO and all that other kind of stuff. And then people are getting laid off. And I'm just like, dude, you're losing it. You made a $44 billion mistake and you are crashing and burning. And then now they have this subscription thing of Twitter where, you can get a blue verified check if you pay $8 a month.
Well, how do you think he's going to make all that money back?
You ain't going to make $44 billion with $8 a month verification.
My thing is, are the blue checks on Twitter what they used to be?
So, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Here's the thing which I found out about the actual truth behind the blue check. The blue check had nothing to do with celebrityism. What it had to do with originally, supposedly, was the reason why you became verified is because people were impersonating
Right.
other celebrities. So they were like, no, if you go through this process to verify that you are really talking to a celebrity, that's who it is. It's not necessarily an elitist idea. It's
But
just,
then it became like a status symbol.
Yes,
like
it
on,
became a status.
on Instagram, when you got verified, it was like, oh,
Yes,
I'm verified. Like I have
absolutely.
this many followers. I have this kind of following.
But it was supposed to be an authentication process that said, no, you are actually talking to Queen Latifah. You are actually talking to LeBron James. You are actually talking to Barack Obama.
Do you,
You know.
oh, I wish. Do you remember, I don't even know if you knew, but like, you know, your header on Twitter? Anything? Okay.
Possibly.
For anyone born, you know,
I mean, I'm born because I'm clearly here.
after 1989.
I hate you so much.
On Twitter, you could change your header, which is above your profile picture, and you can make it like a little picture of something. Some people would do like a picture of a pattern or like a picture that they liked. There used to be this thing you could download these pictures and upload it, and it would right where the end of your name was on the header, it would be like a little verified check mark, so it looked like you were verified, but you weren't.
Gotcha.
You know, for the people that wanted to
Hackers.
pretend that they were verified.
Somebody else.
For when I was Instagram influencer before there was an Instagram influencer. When I was in 8th grade trying to be verified on Twitter.
I was gonna say, when you were a coder on MySpace.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. MySpace really had me out here thinking I was doing like.
Listen, we were coding. We were literally
That is coding.
Everybody. So when you apply for these tech jobs, let them know that you have a background in coding.
Can
Absolutely.
you imagine putting like
MySpace code?
minor code experience?
They'll be like, you know what? Can you do that again? No.
No.
It's been very many years ago, but I had
All the
experience.
brackets and
Yeah.
Damn, that was good time.
But here's the thing I do want to talk about these subscriptions. Like, I know Instagram now has this thing about subscriptions where, oh, you can pay like $5 a month. Let me just tell y'all something. Every celebrity out there with a Patreon, everybody who got all, I'm officially doing subscriptions. Let me just tell you something. I got rid of cable. Okay, with the purpose of getting a streaming service because I was paying too much money for cable, and you want me to subscribe to $5.99 to your raggedy ass channel? You better kiss my ass. You understand this? I will. TikTok is free. Okay, Instagram is free. I will look at the free content. I am not paying 30 celebrities $5 a month to sit here and watch what the fuck you do every day because I don't care.
I won't pay 30, but I'll pay a select few.
Man, I'm only on one Patreon. I only pay for one Patreon. Y'all can almost guess who that is. It's Miss Pat. That's it.
I pay for one Patreon.
I really want to pay for Amanda Seals because she has really good content, but I'm not going to do it. I love you, Amanda, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying.
Adds up quick. But
Adds
y'all
up
should
right now.
subscribe to our Patreon.
Yes, we don't have one yet. But we're
We
going
don't
to
have one yet, but now we're running the figures and we maybe have it one
Here's the
soon.
thing. If you subscribe to our Patreon, we ain't giving you shit extra. Okay, we got full-time jobs. Okay? We don't have time to do anything
It'll be
extra.
this episode a day early.
Yeah, we may post a picture or two. I don't know, but shoot, you just give to us because you want to give.
Feet pics for $12.99.
Now, I'll do that. I'll sell my feet, but I'm not selling my feet. No.
Fucking take them. I'll sell the feet.
I won't sell my feet. I will sell feet.
Especially because they're about to hike interest rates again. I'm gonna have to sell my feet.
For what? Like the economy?
Yes.
I thought we were done with that.
No, they're like, oh shit, it still isn't working.
It's election time. We should be done. Like everything's
I know.
supposed to go down. Gas
You know how
prices
like when you're running for student council or PTA,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck, you pull out all the stops. You know, you're like, let me butter the people up. Let me
Yeah.
make it look real good. Where the hell's that?
doesn't exist anymore.
Doesn't exist. I'm like, y'all
No.
y'all want me to vote for you. Where's the cupcakes?
No.
Where are the stipends?
Okay, funny story about a celebrity, K. Michelle. I don't know if you know this, but K. Michelle is a graduate of Florida A&M University, also known as FAMU, home of the March 100.
Go Rattlers.
Go Rattlers. So K. Michelle was at FAMU at the same time I was at FAMU.
Really?
I do not know K. Michelle. I know of her, but I remember when she ran for Miss FAMU at FAMU, and I think she had to be a senior, and I was a freshman. And I remember going to the CAF. This girl, K. Michelle, I don't know where she got this money from. K. Michelle was giving out fucking Krispy Kreme donuts. Okay, and this was back in 2002. Okay, who had money like that to be giving out Krispy Kreme donuts?
Damn,
just
Krispy
randomly,
Kreme
just
donuts
like
sounds so good. Right
she
now.
was going up to people just like, hey, because like she wasn't K. Michelle, obviously. I think she went by because her real first name is Michelle. I think
Where'd the K come from?
No, it's Kimberly. Kimberly
Kimbo.
Pate, I think that was her name. But I can't remember whatever her slogan was. That was a long time ago. But anyway, she was giving out Krispy Kreme, and she used to go around saying, oh, you know, are you going to vote for me for Miss FAMU? I'm running for Miss FAMU, blah, blah, blah.
Damn.
And she was like, I'm from Memphis, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, funny story. I mean, we were at FAMU at the same time.
This may be the diabetes talking, But there are few things better than a hot Krispy Kreme donut. Ugh.
I don't like Krispy Kreme or hot donuts.
That just sounds so good. Like when you go and the light's on and you can see them being glazed and then they hand you a fresh one.
Ooh. Do you like hot cookies?
Yeah.
Or warm cookies?
Yeah. That's the whole point. Take them out of the oven, eat them hot. What do you mean you don't like hot cookies? You like them hard and cold?
No. I like them chewy, but I don't like warm, like desserts.
When
like
I bite into a cookie, I want to make this noise.
Is your brownie hot too?
Yeah.
No.
I like hot foods.
I don't like hot like desserts.
Oh no, burn the shit out of my mouth.
Okay.
I want it to hurt.
Don't ask the universe to do that. Please don't. God, no.
That's how I know it's good. It hurts.
Yeah, no.
That's how love should be.
Okay. All right. Well, if you get your ass beat, I'm not gonna help you. They'll be like, this is what she wanted. Hit her one more time. I'll tell you what else is hilarious, and I think was one of the best business moves ever. So remember how your friend, Kanye West, decided to
I do remember him, yeah.
Wear a shirt that says White Lives Matter, right?
Questionable decisions being made on his
Very
part.
questionable. What I think is a great decision is that two black men actually trademarked the term White Lives Matter. And so Kanye cannot sell any paraphernalia saying White Lives Matter, or anybody for that matter.
What a big flex.
I just think it's hilarious that these men did that. First of all, that they had the foresight to actually do it.
That's how I know I'm not business oriented. I would never in a million years be like, you know what we should do? Buy a trademark. No, never.
So the owners of the trademark are Ramses Ja and his, they actually, I think, have a podcast.
Where's Ja Rule?
And Quentin Ward. They actually trademarked the term White Lives Matter, and they did say that they are not trying to sell it, but if they did, you can't come to the conversation unless you have at least $1 billion, which I think is amazing.
I love it.
I think it's absolutely amazing.
I wish I had that kind of mentality.
I wish I did too, because I would have definitely hopped on that. Trademarks are not expensive at all.
Are they really not?
I mean, they're okay in the grand scheme of things. Yes, it can cost you about $300 like $350 to get a trademark.
Well, that's not that
but the
bad.
thing is, you have
I
the
thought it'd be
trademark
like a couple $1,000s.
Well, okay,
you have to trademark a bunch of individual things.
Yes,
though, right?
you do. So it can add up very quickly. So if you want to do, Alyssa's bakery, then you have to do the actual bakery. Then you have to do the apparel. Then you have to do, all these other different things. So you have to trademark each individual thing. It's not like an umbrella. You have to trademark each individual thing. So if you search Nike probably got 200 different Nike things because everything has to be trademarked separately.
It's just like, how have we found so many ways to charge for things that don't exist?
It's America.
I know. Capitalism is wild.
It is. It's profitable, but it's definitely wild. Okay, we want to talk about a subject. I don't know if we want to go too deep in there because we don't want to get canceled. Kyrie Irving. What were you telling me about Kyrie Irving?
He plays basketball.
In the NBA.
In the NBA. Maybe you guys have heard of him. He, along with all the other wacky pataki shit going on.
Didn't he used to date Trina?
Did he?
No, that was Keyshawn Martin. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Sorry about that. The wrong black guy.
No, but he did think the world was flat. But did he really think the earth was flat, or was he just doing that to be funny?
The earth is flat.
Shut up.
We're
not doing this. Not today. The cultural political environment right now is just like a sticky icky place. We're all coming off of the Kanye West of it all, making these anti-Semitic comments. Everyone's very sensitive to comments right now. And for the most part, I feel like people have been trying to do a better job by just shutting the fuck up.
Yes.
Because you just don't know who's going to take what and where. And so Kyrie Irving posted a screenshot of a documentary called what?
I fucked the name up. I said, we were talking off camera. I was like, Hebrews to Negroes, but it's not Hebrews. Hebrews.
Y'all,
to
she
Negroes.
said, yeah, the documentary, Hebrews to Negroes. I said, huh.
I was like, wait, that doesn't sound
weird.
right. It was Hebrews to Negroes.
I forgot they changed the name like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of wanted to throw his hat in the ring. Like, this is, have you guys thought about this? How that Hebrew, or like black people are the original Hebrews, all of this stuff, right? Not saying anything anti-Semitic, not saying anything
never even
negative,
said anything.
not saying anything. He just
posted
posting
it.
and being like, oh, interesting idea.
And he posted a link to the actual documentary without saying, hey, bitches, go watch it. Nothing. He
also
just posted a
without
link.
like, I don't, how people like, My biggest fear is that I like watch 2 seconds of a clip and I'm like, LOL, you should watch this and send it. And then there's some wild shit at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's me. So that's why I always watch things. Maybe he will from now on. Supposedly this documentary is anti-Semitic. I have no idea. Did I watch it? No,
I haven't watched it either.
So now which it's crazy because, you know, everyone took this, ran with it. He's anti-Semitic. He's making these comments, da 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 da. But he's now suspended from games. He has to pay fines. He has to make apologies. I'm just like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I just think, here's the thing. In the grand scheme of things, I think people are allowed to have opinions, right? And we say this all the time. Freedom of speech, you can say whatever it is you want. You can post whatever it is you want, but you can't post and say things that you want without consequence, right?
Yeah.
And we don't, unfortunately, get to choose what the consequence is to the actions that we do.
Don't get to choose how people respond to it.
Exactly. Even if your intent is pure, you don't get to choose if someone else perceives it as malicious, right? But I think in this climate, in this culture right now, people are so quick to cancel stuff without really understanding the backstory of why people are doing what they're doing. I think this would have been a perfect opportunity. I think it was a horrible opportunity when horrible timing of him posting it, just because it was on the cusp of Kanye West saying
timing is everything, y'all.
Exactly. But I think also too, that would have been a great opportunity to say, well, Kyrie, why did you post this? What was the meaning behind you posting it? And he could have said, well, I just thought because I know that, or I believe that the original Hebrews were Negroes or blah, 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 whatever the case may be. So the fact that people are just taking this and running with it and just like, he said something, he's anti-Semitic. How? When the man hasn't said anything. Like, I could post something about Walmart, who, you know, allegedly does not promote women of color and women into bigger leadership positions, right? Does that mean now that I'm against every woman being in a leadership position? Like, obviously not comparing the two, but I'm just trying to give an example. But I just think people are so quick to just cancel people when they don't say anything. Like, Kyrie Irving is not a man who speaks a lot.
Because when he does, he says the earth is flat.
Well, I mean, but he has the right to believe that I was talking to my coworker this week about this, and I wanted to say this on air. You know how because we were talking about the LGBTQ plus community. I don't know how we got on the subject of that, but we were talking about it, whatever. And so I was telling her about, I think it was the Florida ban. We were talking about the Florida ban and how
you're always talking about Florida.
Well, because that's where I'm from, and I still have family there. But they were talking about the how Florida has now banned transgender. Was it reassignment surgery for people under the age of 18? I think it is. Don't quote me on that, but I have it screenshotted somewhere. But anyway, we were talking about that, and I was telling her we were having a conversation and dialogue about how I, as a heterosexual person who is an ally to the LGBTQ plus community, but if I was not an ally, I have the right to disagree with the lifestyle of an LGBTQ plus IA person. Correct? Mm-hmm. You have the right to, you know, as a white person in America, you have the right to dislike me as a black person and dislike my life, my lifestyle, whatever I do. What we don't get to do here in this country is then try to ruin said person's life because of their choices. So as a heterosexual person, I don't get to tell a gay person, you shouldn't have the same rights. Yeah. You shouldn't be protected. You shouldn't be treated like a basic human being because of the way you choose to live your life. But I don't have to like your lifestyle. I don't have to like your PDA.
No, you just have
I don't have to like your marriage. I just have to respect that you deserve to be a human in this world. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, it seems to me like when it comes to this very touchy subject of the Jewish community, any opinion is just completely just, no, you're canceled, your life is over, without allowing people to have an opinion about it. Whether it's good or bad, well, I won't say, well, yeah, whether it's good or bad, if people aren't protesting in the street against the Jewish community, if I'm not actively trying to end your life because you're Jewish, if I'm not actively trying to end your life because you're indigenous or whatever the case may be, I can still have my opinion. Just like even with racists in this country, you can be a racist and hate black people, mm-hmm. You can hate brown people, that's perfectly fine, no one cares. You don't get to try to take our lives and take our freedoms is the point.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think that there's so much that can be said with these situations that happen. I mean, obviously what Kanye said, completely out of line. You deserve everything that you get, motherfucker. But for somebody like Kyrie who hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
Like, you're assuming what he's meaning behind that.
My favorite
picture.
is everyone now who's being asked about it and commenting on it and skipping the fuck right around it because they're like, not me, motherfucker, not my money.
I do agree. Yeah, I think, and just like you said on the last podcast about how the Jewish community has a financial, what's the word I'm looking for? Because I don't want to say the wrong word.
You're skipping around your words.
Absolutely, because I'm not trying to get canceled.
They have a stronghold.
They do. They have a different position, a top tier position when it comes to finances in the United States. And I think when you have people who are in those positions of power and they're offended by what you say, it would be just the same as with black wealth and black wealth legacy. I think when you get in spaces like that, you have the power to say, absolutely not. I don't even want to hear you say our culture out of your mouth, period. I don't care what you say. It could be good or bad. Just don't say anything about us. Let us live our lives in peace and call it goddamn day. Because even, what's his name? Skip and Shannon Sharp had a debate. They actually agreed and disagreed at the same time, which I thought was hilarious.
Don't we love when that happens?
But they were basically just talking about how they kind of went off on a tangent about comparing the experience of black people in this country and what we have gone through and our ancestors have gone through versus Jewish people and what they have gone through and indigenous people and what they have gone through. And so Skip was like, well, you can't compare and say one was worse than the other. They were all bad. And it's like that we can go into a whole deep dive about, stuff like that. But I just think in the context of things, people who are not actively saying anti-Semitic comments, stop pushing the narrative on them because they have an opinion. Everybody has a right to have an opinion, but also there's a consequence. Just saying.
I mean, if he posted a quote from Django, we wouldn't be like, he is for slavery.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need everyone to log off.
Yeah, I think
one good thing Kanye West has posted in the last 6 years is that he wanted to take a social media break, which he hasn't done because he's lying out his ass.
And another thing, he keeps doing. And another thing,
he's like, wait a second, literally. I'm like,
he does not know how to take a break. But
he is me off my meds.
Okay, I don't know that you want to compare yourself to Kanye West. Please don't.
I am a god. No,
you don't act like that off your meds. You don't say anti. She never says anything anti-Semitic.
Not
so no.
that, but just like
I've seen you. I've been around you multiple times without your meds, and you do not act like that at all.
No, not racist, but
I would hope not.
My meds don't make me less racist. Just like the word vomit.
Yeah,
but like I would put that in a group text. I wouldn't put it on social media. But like everyone just think before you tweet. I'm not going to quote Drake because we're off the Drake train right now. Hotties for life.
Yes.
But watch your Twitter fingers.
I just think too, like in the world of cancel culture, I think the reason why cancel culture is so dangerous is because there is no restoration that occurs after the offense. Making Kyrie Irving or anybody, let's just not even use the Kyrie Irving situation, but saying that somebody needs to pay a fine to a charity or give an apology, like to me, that's so forceful and it's pointless. Mm-hmm. How about education about why it's wrong? Or what about this film? Or what about this particular thing that I said or did? How did it offend you? And can I give you my perspective on it as to where I was coming from and why I actually tweeted?
Because the second y'all come at him like that, everyone's defensive.
He's going to shut down. He's not even going to explain to you because you've already made up in your mind what you think the reason is as to why he posted what he posted versus asking questions first. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, again, Kanye West made it very clear what he said about the Jewish community. Completely wrong. We condemn it. We don't appreciate it and we don't like it. But for somebody like Kyrie and you're saying, oh, well, this movie was anti-Semitic. I totally understand and I totally get it. But can you, because he hasn't verbally said anything, ask the man why he posted it? That's a simple question.
Isn't it just wild how like someone posts something and then this whole group of people can comment on it? You don't even know them. You couldn't even name them one by one, but it's just this overall idea. And then that's what we run with. And that's like the court of public opinion. And that's what you're labeled as.
Absolutely.
I'll need a hug.
I just think it's unfair, man. It's totally unfair. It's like, we need to get back to the art of true journalism. Like, remember, well, you probably don't remember back in the day. Remember when The View first came out?
No.
You don't. I remember when The View first came out. You know who was on that show?
Kathy Lee Gifford. Bruh. Is she on The View?
No, she was on Regis Live with Regis and Kathy.
That's my view.
But they weren't journalists. They were like entertainers.
I miss Regis Philbin.
He died.
He was probably a piece of shit.
No, you think so?
I really do.
He seemed like everybody loved him.
That's how I know he was a piece of shit.
Oh, Lord. Well, I remember when The View first came out, and you had Barbara Walters, you had Meredith Vieira, who are journalists, actually got degrees in that stuff, okay? Then you had Star Jones, who was the legal opinion. Then you had Joy Behar, who was the comedic relief. Then you had Lisa Ling, who was the young, millennial, whatever.
What a lineup.
And and I'm just like, but you had an art of journalism. Even Gail, before all this social media bullshit, Gail used to get really good stories. Even Diane Sawyer. Like, you had women like that, Robin Roberts, who actually did their research and asked the questions that people and people at home wanted to ask these celebrities or different controversial things. We've gone away from that, where people are just, you have an ideology and you're just like, that's what I think he meant, and I'm gonna run with it.
Well, I think the wild thing is that anyone can go online and say anything.
Yeah.
And as soon as people see it, they're just taking that at face value. Like, I can read one tweet that says, like, Monica was outside of a Walmart naked screaming at blind people.
God, I hope not.
And then I can go make a video that was like, I can't believe she was out there naked screaming at blind people. Well, now people have seen that tweet plus my video where they're like, well, two people have already talked about it. That's got to be what it is.
Yeah.
No one's like, let me go deep dive through Twitter and Reddit like I do because I'm fucking crazy to figure out what actually happened. You know what I mean? Everyone takes everything at face value. You can just, have you seen those TikToks where she's like, the crazy thing is, and tells this whole story, and then at the end they're like, and the most wild part is that I just made that whole thing up.
Exactly. Well, it's the power of they. We live in a land of they. They don't exist. Like, you ever see people make those videos and they're just like, these are the secrets that billionaires don't want you to know. What billionaire told you that they don't want us to know this stuff?
Anyone can say anything, and it's just if a group of people believe it, and then it's a numbers game.
Yes.
For us, it's all numbers. If I see a TikTok, if I see a tweet, if I see anything with thousands of likes, of views, of comments, I'm like, well, shit, someone's got to know something.
It has to be true.
It has to be true. Why not?
Yeah.
Saw it on fucking TikTok.
I hate when people are just like, well, where did you get your information from? Well, they said, who is they? They don't exist. These are the things that doctors don't want you to know. No, doctors actually want you to be educated because they're tired of you coming and they always ask us stupid ass questions.
It's all a game. It's all smoke and mirrors. Nothing is real. Everything is everything.
Seriously.
That's all, folks. We're signing off. Thank you for joining us today.
That wasn't the real closer, but we're almost there. On a positive note, the Houston Astros won the World Series.
Yay!
Woohoo! Do you watch? Okay.
Wait, sorry. Speaking of Houston,
yeah.
Did you see that the mayor of San Antonio tweeted Drake? He blocked him.
No, why?
Him. So Drake has just been taking shots from all sides. But he, in one of his songs on the new album, he says like something about Texas. He's like, I love Texas. I love Houston. I love Austin. I love Dallas. He left out the seventh largest city in the United States.
It's military city USA.
Puro pinche bitch.
We could easily say Drake hates the military because you didn't shout out military USA.
We could say Drake hates Mexicans. Drake hates tacos. Yeah. Drake hates and whatever.
People won't believe us, even though that's not true.
I could make a whole TikTok right now about it, and it would just blow up. But
that is not true. Those are not our thoughts.
The
Drake
mayor,
does not hate.
Ron, we don't know that.
Well, allegedly.
Ron Nierenberg, the mayor of San Antonio, blocked Drake, put a screenshot of it, tweeted him, and the twit. How old am I? The tweet said, last name ever, first name lamest.
That's so funny.
So now we're anti-Drake on this.
The whole city is anti-Drake. Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, congratulations to Houston. Do you like baseball?
No.
I fucking hate baseball. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's not that I hate it. It's boring. So I'll tell you why it's boring. My sister used to play softball. And so I only saw her play one game and I was like, this shit is boring. I paid more attention to them in the dugout because they were doing all these chants and like cheers and shit and having fun than I actually did the game. I don't understand baseball.
I don't understand baseball. I can never get into it. Like, I'm not interested in it. It's lame as hell. You're like walking and running. Everyone's standing around. But I do love that team on TikTok that does the dances.
Yes, I have seen them. Yeah, the pictures always like dancing and stuff, and they do synchronized dance. I love that.
San Antonio Missions, the Flying Chanclas, Dollar Beer Night. I will be there.
Is that the real mascot, a Flying Chancla?
They did like.
Is that not racist? That has to be racist.
It's not when you're the color of the people you're talking about, I think.
Whoa, who approved that? The flying
It would
chocolates?
be like a team in Atlanta calling themselves like something.
Don't say
I'm
it.
not. I'm just saying it'd be like a team in Atlanta calling themselves something fun and light-hearted. The strippers, the Magic Cities.
No, that's a bit different than the flying chocolates. Ooh.
I don't think
I ain't gonna be saying that. Nope. Go chocolates! What? Is that what people say? That's racist. No, y'all need to change that. No. I feel uncomfortable saying that. Even though I've said it like 5 times already. I just feel very uncomfortable saying that.
chocolates.
Is that the real mascot though?
They were-
Don't be having me out here sounding racist.
No, so they're the Missions. But there was this summer when they had changed to the Flying Chanclas, San Antonio.
Please tell me that's true, because if you just made me say that, I'm taking that out.
I think they did change yeah. It's the alter ego of the San Antonio Missions baseball team. So like the baseball team is the San Antonio Missions, but then there's all this like flying chanclas.
So is there an actual chancla that's out there?
Like that's the logo.
There's
paraphernalia. We're the flying chanclas.
I never knew that. I thought that's okay. I'm never.
But the best part is that everyone in the city is like, "Bah, that's so funny."
I cannot with the chancla.
With the chancla, it's hilarious. Anyway, yeah, congratulations, Go Sports.
Yeah, I think I saw somebody put on social media, congratulations to Jasmine Sullivan because she sung the national anthem when they won the game. They were like, congratulations, Jasmine Sullivan helped Houston win with her performance. I was like, y'all are crazy. But anyway, what are you watching this week, or what have you watched this week? 5, 6,
7, 8. White Lotus. Did y'all watch the first season of White Lotus on HBO? If you didn't, you should. It's like this weird, a show that you watch it the first time and you just take it at face value, but the more you watch it and think about it, you're like, oh, there's layers here. Mm-hmm. There's some inner workings.
Yeah.
That was White Lotus. And
this is the second season?
This is the second season. Okay. Of course, Jennifer Coolidge. I'll watch anything with her in it. Every time you do that fucking voice.
That's the only way people know her is if you say her voice.
The first season is about just a bunch of different people at a hotel. They're at like a resort and some stuff goes on. It's just like how they all intertwine and all of their different stories. And at the end, someone dies. That's how it always starts. Well, that's how this one started.
They tell
too.
The ending first.
Basically, like you just know that there's a body, and so you just see that. So you're trying to figure out who died because you don't really know.
Yeah.
And so that's how this one started. And Aubrey Plaza's in it from what the fuck? Parks and Rec. Did you watch Parks and Rec? Mm-hmm. Okay, Aubrey Plaza. Mm-hmm. Okay, she's in it. She plays like. There's 2 couples. She's married to this guy, and they're like the very like neoliberal, we're like these woke people couple with this like very stereotypical upper middle class white couple who could give a shit. Mm-hmm. And it's just really good. So if you watch the first season, you should watch the second.
Cool beans.
I think that's all I've been watching. What about you?
I watched 2 things in particular. I think I'm not a really good judge of movies based off the
I could have
preview.
told you that.
Excuse the hell out of me. Anyway, I think I'm a very good judge of movies sometimes.
It's when they're apocalyptic. That's all you like.
Oh, those are the best. Especially when they're foreign films. Hell yeah. Because you got to concentrate. Anyway, they give the best advice.
Are we getting a season 2 of Squid Games?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's coming next year, though. I don't think it's coming out until next year. But anyway, they were nominated for a bunch of awards and stuff at the Emmys. The first movie that I watched was Inside Man.
I heard that was good.
No?
I'll watch anything with Stanley Tucci.
So, okay, Stanley Tucci is amazing, right?
Gird your loins.
The problem is that not the backstory. So they were flipping between 2 different stories. So basically the premise is that he is on death row for killing his wife. That's not a spoiler. He's on death row for killing his wife, but he has this very special gift where he has a doctorate in criminal justice or something like that, criminal science. And he basically takes on cases to try to help people figure out unsolved murders or unsolved mysteries and stuff like that. So there's this one lady who comes in. She's like, her husband's been missing for 5 years. There's another reporter that comes in and her friend is missing, stuff like that. And they basically he tries to help people retrace steps, not because he's a murderer himself, but just because, again, his level of expertise. He was a professor, snapped and killed his wife. So there's another story that's going on.
So he did kill his wife.
He killed his wife. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but there was something. It made the ending makes me believe that there's going to be a part 2, because there's like 4 episodes, or is it 3 episodes? It's either 3 or 4 episodes. I think it's 3 episodes of the series. So that's what makes me think that there's going to be like a season 2. And what ends up happening is that this young reporter comes in. She's trying to do a story on him. He doesn't want a story done on him. But then one of her friends goes missing. And so he's trying to help her through that part.
A twist.
Exactly. There's a twist. But the story of the friend missing has nothing to do with the goddamn plot. It's so weird. It's just long and drawn out. I'm like, y'all could have made this into an hour and 21-minute movie. It did not have to be put into 3 different series.
But you watched it all, didn't you?
I did, because I was already 1 episode in deep. So I was like, I gotta finish.
You gotta finish.
So
I've heard it was good. It looks good.
He is good. Like the scenes with him and then the other inmate, this big black man who killed 14 women. He killed 14 women.
Just my type.
But he's so dark and funny. I think you would really like him because he's hilarious. And one of the guys was like, well, yeah, it was 15 women. He was like, I don't count the 15th one because she died 3 months later. So he was like, I do have a heart. It was hilarious. But they're dynamic together because he's pretty much has a photographic memory and he helps Stanley Tucci's character. And so it was good in that regard. But I think it was just drawn out, and it was just, oh God. Anyway, the second thing I did watch was, everybody's been going on a frenzy with this movie called From Scratch on Hulu.
I fall asleep every
Not Hulu,
time.
on Netflix. And it stars Zoe Saldana. Kalita Smith is in there. She plays her mother. There's the one famous black guy who plays everybody's daddy. He's in it. He's hilarious.
The one famous black guy who plays everyone's daddy.
I know. I can't remember his name. And
Richard Lawson?
No, not Richard Lawson. He plays a bad guy from time to time. But yeah, bring up the cast from there. And then the lady that just played Emmett Till's mother, what's her name? This one right here. Danielle Deadweiler. She plays the sister.
Oh, Keith David. He does play everyone's dad.
He plays her dad, but he plays her dad from Houston, Texas.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, because she's from Houston.
She's from Houston. Her character's from Houston, yeah. So it's an 8 episode series. It's worth it, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I cried so much on this movie. I was like, I ain't no bitch, but god dang, it was a good movie. It was a really good movie.
I don't feel like crying.
The first 3 episodes you will not cry. Maybe the first 4.
Well,
the first 4 you won't cry. Now episode 5 through 8, yes.
That's the tears.
But it's a good story. It's a great character development. I don't feel like they went too fast. I felt
How is she in it? Because she hits or misses me.
I know that her shooting that movie had to be exhausting because the amount of crying she did in that goddamn movie, and I'm talking about, these were real tears.
Did you know her husband's Italian?
Yes, and there's a whole thing about her being anti-black and saying that she's not black, and because I still haven't.
She
forgiven
said
her.
She's not black.
Well, she didn't say that. Allegedly,
we just had this whole conversation that
if
people don't say it, then we can't say that they said it.
They said she said, but no, there was this whole thing that she was saying that she's her ethnicity. There were some questions about her ethnicity anyway, and so I still personally haven't forgiven her for playing Nina Simone and being in blackface. Did you ever see that?
No.
Bitch.
Why does she need to be in blackface? She's black.
This is what I'm saying. But she tried to, I don't know who in the hell who and her team told her that was a great idea, but it was the dumbest goddamn idea to ever try to play Nina Simone. First of all, there were so many other people that could have played her. But anyway, neither here nor there. Yeah, I still haven't forgiven her for that, but she kind of redeemed herself in this movie.
I like her as Gamora.
From
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, but I like her better as what was the movie she was killing everybody? Katiana? No, what was her name?
Katiana.
What was her name? Her name was a flower, and they killed her parents, and she grew Colombiana.
What the flippin' are you talking about?
The movie Colombiana. You didn't see that?
No, that sounds made up.
No, I'm dead serious. Look it up. The movie is called Colombiana. She plays like an assassin,
and she's gonna be in Avatar too,
which I still haven't completely watched.
She's in Drumline. How could we
look at her and Nina? Do you see that? Blackface.
Oh, that looks awful.
Awful. God awful.
It always comes back to Drumline.
No. I mean, she did good in Drumline. But yeah, Colombiana was a movie where she played...
Guess Who with Ashton Kutcher. She was good in that.
You got to see. She was an action like assassin in Colombia. It was really good.
Okay, I'll watch that. Crossroads was good with Britney. Do you remember Crossroads?
Definitely not.
You never saw Crossroads?
No.
Britney Spears' actorial debut.
White people stuff.
Oh my god!
Was it like Mariah Carey's Glitter or something? Like,
yeah, it's like the honey for Britney Spears.
I was gonna say, yes.
A little less dancing, but she does sing.
That's funny. No, I don't want to hear Britney Spears sing.
What?
No, I like her personality. I don't like her. I don't think she can sing, but I love her music.
Sometimes it's not the quality; it's how it makes you feel.
I have a trained ear, so
oh my god, you act like you're fucking.
I am.
Okay.
I was in the concert band, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. How could I forget? We've gone a whole episode without talking about how you were in the band.
That's right. I was a band job. Shouts out to Audrey. She was too. Haha.
Oh my god. Anyway, we've got to wrap this up.
Yes, we do. Anything else before we get out of here? What's the word for the week?
The word for the week is hypothalamus.
Okay, not that. A literal word for the people.
I just gave you one. Oh, like a word, like
yes, not an actual one word,
like black church word.
Yes.
Okay.
A message for the week. Say that.
Y'all come in close. Listen.
Bow your heads and your eyes.
Just everyone take care of yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Remember your inner child. That's who we need to feed and grow right now. Eat the dessert. Take the nap, watch the show, buy yourself the gift, curse out that person that needs to be read the fuck out of. Do what you got to do to make yourself happy. It's Scorpio season. We're going to act on our emotions. That's all I have to say.
And make sure y'all get out to vote today, y'all.
Yeah,
Please
the whole voting
vote.
thing. We have to do it.
Yes, the whole voting thing.
My thing is, if you were a black, brown person or someone with a Y chromosome or an X chromosome. What chromosome? 2 X's. If you're a person with blood in your body, you didn't always have the right to vote. So go out and vote.
I think that's why voting is so important to me. Now, do I vote in every election? Not gonna lie.
Listen, we're not perfect.
We're not perfect.
We're just saying that so many people, like blood, sweat, and tears went into them trying to give you the right to do this.
Literally
it was like,
died.
You might as well just do it.
Especially for black people.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for black people. You should
read a little bit, figure out
voting.
what you stand for, go and check the boxes.
Look at it as a competition. How many people can get out to vote versus the opposing party?
People will talk shit about you if you do not post a picture with the vote sticker.
I already posted mine.
See?
I mean, I'm not talking shit about nobody else. I just want you guys to understand the importance of it.
There's like a weird cultural, like, I don't even know what I'm trying, like what the word is.
With regard to
whether or not you're voting.
Well, I think it has
to be. Or like post, not specifically voting, but like there's such.
Posting the proof that you did?
Yes, there's such a, words are so hard, y'all. I've worked like 6 days in a week.
There's like a judgmental, negative connotation.
There's such a.
I was trying to help you, but
it's not gonna work.
5, 6, 7, 8.
There's such a push. There's such a you're peer pressured. You have to cut all of this out.
No, I'm keeping it. Letting other people sort of see.
There's this peer pressure to post your voting sticker picture. But like, if I vote, I vote. Why do I have to post about it?
No, I don't think, I personally don't care if you have a sticker or not. I just want you to go out and vote. I don't care what side you're on. I would prefer more Democrats to vote, obviously, but I don't really care what side you're on. I just need everybody to
both
exercise
sides have fun.
Yeah, everybody just needs to exercise their right. And for the really weird people that are out here standing out, taking guard of ballot boxes and whatnot with weapons and shit, go to hell and go home because you're stupid. Don't let nobody intimidate you from standing in those
if you can
lines.
just tell me, like, I don't care what the fuck you're voting for, but if you just have like a rhyme or reason and you can stand there and tell me why, that's all I need. Don't vote all willy-nilly unless you're voting for Beto. Then you can vote for him willy-nilly.
Don't write nobody in.
Oh my God. Do you remember Harambe?
Somebody wrote him in?
Do you not remember when people were writing Harambe into the vote box and Kanye West into the vote box?
Those are the people that we don't want voting.
No. Also, it was painful to listen to me try to explain what the fuck I was trying to say.
Did you shake him in today?
No, of course I didn't. Why would I?
Best content, so I'm leaving it in.
Why would I try to help myself by taking the meds?
I mean, listen, the people.
Have I told you about how I think I'm psychic now because I've been off my meds?
We keep trying to end this episode, but tell us how you're psychic.
Yo, and this is where I start to sound like Kanye.
Art imitates life, man. Jeez.
I have been off a lot of my meds for the past couple weeks just because I wasn't working. And I started having these vivid dreams.
Oh, Jesus.
And there's things in the dreams that have started to come true. Like, it's not like, oh, I saw this specific image and then I saw this specific image. It was like, in the overall context of my dream, these are things that were happening. And, like, those are things that have ended up coming to fruition and happening. So now I'm just convinced that I'm psychic.
That happens to me all the time. I have dreams about people all the time that come true.
Yeah, so I just needed to be off my meds, I guess.
The meds cloud your judgment.
They do.
Yeah.
My third eye.
Get off your meds. TikTok
told me to get off my meds and to take my IUD out. And then that would, like, open me to the world.
Yeah. Do you know how much toxins are in medicines?
My life is so much easier with them.
I don't think it is. I've worked with you for a few years. To me, I honestly can't tell a difference.
It's here. I know the difference.
Yeah, but the people who work with you, we don't see a difference. You're just Alyssa the whole time.
I don't care about y'all. I care about me. Do you know what's up in here? There's a lot of shit.
Oh, I'm quite sure.
You got to turn it off. I got to dial it back.
But what I'm saying is when you're on your meds versus when you're off, I personally can't tell a difference.
Wow, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I'm doing a good job then.
So I think
good job of masking.
What they are saying is that you don't need to be on your meds because we can't tell the difference either way.
Yeah, but I would just like, oh man.
I can tell only in evaluations, not treatments. When you're evaluating, I can tell because you just start going off with these. And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? But you don't do it on treatments. You only do it on evals.
I wish I could put, those old school, record players that look like big trumpets?
Yeah.
I wish I could put one of those into my ear and just have it like broadcast to you what the fuck is going on in here.
Or like the movie Insurgent. When Trish had all her thoughts
yes,
put on
that's what I need so someone can realize what the hell's going on here because it's a shit show.
I don't think we'll be able to understand it or interpret it though.
No. It's just like little bits and pieces and like you start watching a clip of something and then it just changes to a clip of something else. It's very frustrating.
Yeah. It's tough to be you.
Thank you. That's all I wanted you to say.
It's also tough to work with her. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. It's not.
It's tough to be around her.
All right, y'all. Y'all remember to go out and vote today. Stay in the line. As long as you're in the line before 7:00 p.m., whatever standard time you're in, you are good to go. Don't let people intimidate y'all. Y'all have an amazing week on purpose. And remember to spread love.
Spread light.
And don't forget to laugh your
face off.
Hey, did you guys enjoy this episode? If so, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, including
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. New episodes are released every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.